Welcome to Malifaux University. 105. Cheating Fate. I'm sure some coach in your life has said to you, "Winners never cheat, and cheaters never win." Clearly, he's never played Malifaux. If you do not cheat from time to time, you will never win, and everyone will laugh at you. In Malifaux, cheating fate does not mean breaking the rules, but is where your control hand comes into play. If you flip a card into the conflict, and it's not working out for you because your opponent flipped a better card, or you needed the card to have a certain suit, you can usually cheat fate and replace the card in the conflict with a card from your hand. You don't get to put the original card into your hand though, you discard it. You then put a card from your hand into the conflict. 3 important rules to keep in mind about cheating fate. If your control hand runs out, you obviously cannot cheat fate until you draw more cards or draw a new control hand at the start of the following turn. Time your cheats wisely. Cheating does not count as flipping a card. Some game effects will specifically mention flipping a card, so it's important to understand the difference. As mentioned in a previous video, if you already had a negative modifier on this flip, you are not allowed to cheat fate. There is specific timing involved in cheating fate. It's important to stick with it in order to keep the game moving along. Follow this example. The Corpse Candle is attacking Mr. Tannen with an arcane touch. The stat of the attack is 4, and Tannen will resist with his defense, which is also 4. Corpse Candle flips a 5, which is added to the stat of 4, for a total of 9. Tannen flips a 10, which is added to his defense of 4, for 14. The Corpse Candle's attack is about to fail. Here's the first rule of timing. Whoever is losing the duel has the opportunity to cheat first. The Corpse Candle really wants this to happen, so he discards the 5 and cheats fate with an 11 from his hand. Now the 11 is added to the stat of 4 for a total of 15. Corpse Candle is about to win this duel, but now Tannen has a chance to cheat fate. If he doesn't want to get hit by this arcane touch, he can cheat in a 12 or higher to beat the Corpse Candle, but only if he has one in his hand. If he doesn't have a card that can beat the attack, or if he just wants to roll with it, he forgoes his chance to cheat. Once he sees the damage flip, he may change his mind, but that's the second rule of timing. Once you let the chance to cheat fate go, it's gone. The Corpse Candle also cannot cheat again to change the suit of his card or get an even higher number, which might give him a positive modifier to the damage. That's the third rule of timing. You can cheat only once in a duel. If Tannen had cheated and beaten the Corpse Candle's attack, the attack would have failed, since the Corpse Candle would not be allowed to cheat a second time. We'll get more into methods and reasons for cheating in later videos, but here are those 3 rules about cheating fate one more time. Whoever is losing a duel has the opportunity to cheat fate first. Once you let the chance to cheat fate go, it's gone. You can cheat fate only once per duel. That's the overview of cheating fate. Pick up a printable set of all the markers and tokens you need to play Malifaux in the Wargames Vault. If you haven't already, join our Patreon for early, ad-free access to all new content, and be sure to visit the Malifaux University gift shop for the latest in Malifaux-themed shirts, hoodies, drinkware, and more. Links are in the notes below. And remember, play friendly games, keep it simple, and have fun.